What do liars do? They answer questions that aren't asked.
How it started and began. I invited her to the ministry when everybody was pushing her out. And, of course, I saw things behind the scenes, which I see a lot of stuff behind the scenes with a lot of ministers. I hear all their junk. I hear stuff that they've been through, whatever. But you don't ever see me coming on here trying to hurt them or put out their business, because we're into the restoring business. And number one, I've been given the keys of the kingdom from Jesus to lead the new move of
Why is he telling you all of this? He's answering questions that aren't asked.
God. I was visited by him face to face in a dream and was given the keys. He's made me the key holder on earth of heaven's keys, which is the foremost leading move. And, I have a responsibility that everybody who says this person ain't nothing, I have a responsibility to love them. I have a responsibility as the key holder of heaven to open heaven up in their life again when the churches destroy them and kill them.
They give too much detail. Why? They're filibustering. They're keeping you away from what they don't want to talk about. They go off on tangents.
Number one, I don't believe God has called us to disparage anybody in the body of Christ or to try to attack them, whether we feel they're right or wrong.
5 minutes later.
Another prophet is trying to, text me, saying, stuff, and then start saying, I'm going to bring you under accountability. The prophetess who got no more sheets. I text her, I said, you better shut your tail up. I said, I don't care how many people you've ministered in front of. I said, you are nothing in front of me. I said, you have not talked to God face to face. Go sit down and be quiet. I don't care if you've been on the scene before me. You need to shut up and submit to this power. That's right. I'm gonna tell leaders that are under me to bring you an accountability. I said, go get those suckers. Tell them to come and get me. Darn punks. Most of them are punks in the church. They talk a lot of stuff, but they won't get into no real fight. Just a bunch of talk. Try me. See if my power is great. See if what I got is true. I know he's going to back me. I don't know about you. Come on, y'all ain't talking to me. I don't care who you are. Don't you ever approach me with no prophetic mess thinking that you are above this rank. You don't even talk to God face to face continually. You should shut up and be respectful.
That we're not going to do what the former move did. And the former move is they live by the sword and they die by the sword. You may say, what do you mean by that? In Psalms, the Bible talks about their tongues are like swords.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Facial touching. Now, this is one of the things you probably read that is true. They can't control themselves. They start touching their nose or their face.
Let me tell you what took place. Some of this all started when we were in my office, and a great man of God, a friend of mine, who I had during this last August crusade, Bishop Bloomer, who I love very much. He's a good friend of mine. Was back in my office, and Vicky was back there, and some other leaders. Bishop, he was there. Stephen, other people who are creditable and they're reputable, and they know what I'm saying is true. And so I don't have no reason to try to come on here to justify myself or to do anything. I know what I did was right in the sight of God for her.